And then Sunday, it sounds kind of boring, but then it's usually just laundry. I check into the studio, kind of look at where things are, if I need to load up the wax melter, what our orders look like for the week. I usually try to shower by at least 12 or 1 on a good Sunday. Sometimes it's like right before bed, but you can leave that out. Sunday's kind of just, we call it like our chill day. It's just cooking, kind of domestic goddess, laundry, sweeping, mopping, whatever. I'm really OCD, so I'm one of the few people that actually enjoys cleaning. It's really therapeutic and relaxing for me. And then it's usually the day, we go into the kids' playroom. We have to kind of twist their arm and bribe them to clean up and get everything ready for the week. And then usually my husband, every Sunday night, we grill something just out on the porch, chicken, pork chops, whatever. And then we just eat as a family. And then usually watch the movie. Now with the summertime, our schedule's a little crazy because we're letting the kids stay up a little bit later, which I don't know what I was thinking with that idea, but yeah, and then it's just, the kids are usually in bed by about 8, and then my husband and I just go to bed, talk some more, and then get up and do it all over again.
How different does your typical Sunday routine look from your regular weekday routine?
So, for one, on Sundays, like I said before, it's sort of our time to just relax as a family. There isn't ever really a schedule, which I sort of left because I can shower at 9 o'clock in the morning or I can shower at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We let the kids, if they want to go to the park or we want to go to a farmer's market, a lot of times we'll just throw clothes on, get in the car, drive down there, pick up a pizza, eat in the park. Whereas during the week, with the business, having a studio in your house, you have to really force yourself to get up, and it's your job. It's my office, so I have to get up and shower and, put my makeup on and do my hair and get dressed and go in there and sort of give my studio that respect as if it were a corner office or a cubicle. And for me, I've only recently been doing this, and it was actually my husband's idea. I think he actually read an article online about it. And I've noticed such a big difference because I would tend to kind of linger into the office, check my email, you know what I mean? And it was I'm not getting started. I'm not giving my job that respect that it deserves, and it is my job. I don't work 8 to 5. I wish I did. I work probably 12 to 15 hours a day, but it's still my job. Whereas Sundays is, like I said, it's just really carefree and laid back. And during the week, especially having the kids home for the summer, I have to keep a really rigid, tight schedule. And I have 30 minutes in the morning to do email, and then I'm in the studio making soap, prepping my oils, getting all my ingredients. And then, okay, let me make the kids lunch. Okay, they want to go to the park. Okay, come back to the studio. Summertime is a little off because usually I start in the studio at 9 and I'm done by about 3 when I pick up my kids during the school year. But summertime, like I said, has just sort of thrown our schedule off a little bit. But we definitely look forward to Sundays because it is just, I don't check email. I try not to work. I really just focus on my husband and the kids and family.
Can you give me a little bit more details about the waffles and your breakfast routine and everything else so I can kind of flesh out the routine a little bit more?
So, let's see. So, like I said, we've been on kind of a waffle kick lately. So, my daughter loves this show called Daniel Tiger that's on PBS. It's kind of like a Mr. Rogers neighborhood sort of spin-off, but it's a cartoon. It's freaking adorable. If you're ever really bored, you should YouTube it. It's so cute.
I'll definitely
and anyways, on one of the episodes, him and his mom were making pancakes or making waffles or something. And she had asked me about it, and so of course I get on Pinterest, and I'm like, oh, well, look, you can add chocolate chips or M&Ms or fruit. And we'd make a lot of jam together. That's just a little side hobby that I started last year, in all my free time. And so we have a bunch of peach purees and raspberry and all these different, fruits, their purees and jellies. So we started using those in our waffles. Well, the kids love it because it'll make, blueberry waffles turn the waffles blue. So my son's like, oh, it's like alien food, and it's so exciting. Whereas my daughter is more girly girl, so she's like, I want there to be glitter and pink and rainbows. So yeah, we usually start, like I said, I have my coffee, and then we get the waffle stuff going. You know, there's a mess everywhere. I have this really old vintage Pyrex bowl that was my husband's grandmother's that got passed down to me after she passed away, that I use specifically and only for waffle mix. Like, nothing else can touch this bowl. And then my daughter and I get our aprons on, and she cracks me up because she refuses to wear a kid apron. So she wears this, like, blue gingham apron that's, like, down to the floor, and she's, like, tripping over it, but she refuses to let me, like, shorten it. And then her and I actually usually end up making everything together, make some turkey bacon, slice up some fruit, and then we really try to make a point to eat for that meal together as a family, like in our dining room, so that we're all together and kind of talking about the day.
Yeah.
And she just recently has shown an interest in wanting to do dishes, which is like such a nightmare for me. So I'm like trying to show her how to load the dishwasher, like with just the plastic plates that they use. Like, don't touch mommy's fiesta ware, like do not break it. But, and then my husband's awesome. He usually does all the dishes, so that's really, really nice because it gets really messy. And Sophie is a personality that has to get like 27 utensils dirty, like just to make one thing.
So you also mentioned going to the farmer's market and getting pizza. Can you tell me a little bit about what it's like to take your kids to the farmer's market?
Yeah, so the farmer's market actually, I love going. I actually started at the farmer's market selling my products. Yeah, that was actually how we made our start. I had shopped at the farmer's market before, but when we started the company, I thought, well, this is a great way to kind of reach a lot of people and then get feedback. I mean, if you walk up and you're picking it up and you're like, oh my God, that smells awful, and you put it back, I want to see that. I want to see that feedback. Or if you're like, oh my God, Jay, how many of these bars do you have? I need every single bar in stock. Like, this is amazing. So we started at Wolf Ranch Farmer's Market, which is up in Georgetown. And we usually shop at Georgetown Market Days, which is only once a month. And then on the off times, we'll go to either Lakeline or Mueller, which is just a local little kind of smaller farmer's market for like more perishables and things. But the Lakeline Farmer's Market has this amazing, I can't remember his name right now, but it's this amazing pizza, and they bring this giant brick oven in on like a trailer of a truck.
Oh, wow.
And so they cook it like made to order. It is amazing. It is like the most, I mean, I've had pizza in New York. I've had pizza ever. It is the most amazing pizza. So that's sort of like our little treat. We'll do like pizza, and then the Austin Gelato Company is usually there. So like we'll try out, like I think last week we tried like pistachio or like something kind of crazy. But my son wanted it again because it's green and it's like alien slime, and I'm like, whatever. He's like obsessed with Star Wars and aliens, so anything that's like blue or green or red, he's like, oh, that's Star Wars. I'm like, no, I don't think that they were thinking of Star Wars when they made that. But the farmer's market's great. You know, we go, we get, we have a home garden, so we grow a lot of our vegetables, and all the herbs, or most of the herbs that we use in the soap are actually organically grown in our garden. But for things like eggs and meats and like beef jerky, and I actually buy soap from other soap makers. I actually support other soap makers, you know, that make things that we don't make, and just to kind of see, you know, what people are doing and talk to those people. Because for a year, like I said, I worked at the farmer's market, so most of those vendors are still there and remember me. But I think it's really great for the kids too. Like, I want them to understand that not everything has to, like, you don't have to go to the grocery store to buy zucchini. Like, you can grow it in your backyard. You know, I mean, I'm not going to have a bunch of goats running around, obviously, but I think it's just great for them to see that, and to see that we're supporting other small businesses, because our family business is our means of income, and I want them to see that other people do that. You can do anything. You can make soap. You can be a dairy farmer. You can make cheese. You can make beef jerky. And I think it's great for them, and they love it because they get to see some really cool things. Like Johnson's Backyard Garden is who we buy most of our produce from, and they're amazing because every now and then they'll take, like, you know, the carrots that grew that were like braided together so it looks like they're hugging. And like the kids just get such a kick out of that. They think it's the coolest thing ever. Or like they had these like artichoke hearts that were like this really funky color, and you know, my son was like, oh, they look like brains, and I'm like, oh my God, seriously. But I think it's fun, and I think as a small business owner, of course, I'm always looking to help support other small businesses. And I mean, what better way than a farmer's market? It's a one-stop shop, you know, and you come home with all kinds of amazing, delicious things.
So you mentioned for dinner, sometimes you guys grill outside. Can you give me a little bit more information about that?
So my husband is sort of an amateur pitmaster. You know what that is? Like,
yes.
Okay, but we were watching some documentary, and it was like these guys that basically travel the country, like, cooking their barbecue, like, for contests. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, interesting. Go on.
Yeah, so I don't want to